Hiya, and welcome back to Homecoming Morenatsu Revisited. The game that teaches us that we will always set aside everything for Juuichi, or Shun, or Torihiko, or Sotaro, or Shin. You get the idea. Anyways, let's just hop right in. After breakfast, I helped Grandma with washing the dishes. Can't help but hum to myself. For some reason, I'm in a really good mood today. Thank you for the miso soup, Grandma. It was delicious. Hang on, let me get it. You're welcome, dear. She has a huge, genuine smile on her face while she cleans. It must not be very often she has someone other than Grandpa complimenting her food. To my surprise, she starts humming along with me. It's a theme song to an old television show I watched when I was a kid. I'm surprised she knows it too! Toshi no Tabi, Grandma? Oh, I didn't think you'd remember that show. When you were a baby, your father used to hold you in his lap while you watched it together. You were such an adorable child. Grandma! Oh, now look at you. You're almost all grown up. Funny how time flies. Ah, you're gonna make me cry! I suppose I never thought about it, but I'm sure my visit has awakened a lot of nostalgic feelings in her too. As the sunlight shines through the window, I can see her eyes twinkle. I love you, Grandma. Oh, this is cute! She pulls me closer with the right arm and squeezes. I love you too. I could stay like this forever. I'm glad I got this opportunity to be with my grandparents. You never know how much longer you have with them. There's a sense of comfort, familiarity in her embrace. But time marches on. Not everything lasts forever. I distance myself from her, blushing slightly. Even now, the moment's already gone. Could you get that, dear? I'll finish up the dishes. Sure. I wipe my hands off with a nearby towel, then rush to catch the phone in time. Hello, Nishimura residence. This is Hiroyuki. Hiro! A voice cries up from the other end of the line. I don't know that voice anywhere. Tora? Why do you sound so surprised? Why so serious? I don't know. If you could only see my face, you'd understand how annoying it is. Normal people don't exactly yell someone's name into the phone. I take a deep breath and try to maintain composure. Dude, you take things way too seriously. Meh. Anyway, there's a strange pause. Do you want to meet me at the bus stop in half an hour? I've got something cool I want to show you. Eh? I'll take that as a yes. Thanks, Yuki. I'll see you soon. He usually makes that noise when he's embarrassed. I feel like I just got hit by a whirlwind. What just happened? I put the phone back on the receiver and returned to the kitchen. Who was that, dear? It was Tora. He wants to meet me at the bus stop in half an hour. Is that so? I nod in confusion. He didn't say what for. I guess it's a surprise? That boy is something else. She smiles at me. I'm sure the two of you will have a good time. Sure. I glance off to the side. Since you're heading out, I'm going to give you a list of errands I'd like you to run. Oh! I know I said I'd be more than happy to do this for them, but I kind of got used to not having any yesterday. God damn it, Hiroyuki. My brow dripping with sweat, I finally arrive at the bus stop. Of course the heat came back. Why wouldn't it? Wiping the sweat away, I collapse onto the bench and give a heavy sigh. I don't know what Torihiko wants, but I can't deny his excitement is contagious. I wonder what it's going to be. Tori usually saves these things for big occasions. While waiting for him, I can feel myself getting excited too, causing my tail to swish back and forth. Huh. Those bushes over there moved. A grin breaks out of my face. So Tora thinks he can pull a fast one on me, eh? Not this time, tiger boy. I slowly stand up and carefully approach the bush. Gotcha! I lunge, only to discover nothing there. Standing up, I scratch my head. Maybe it was just the breeze? On the other side, I turn around. Ah! Ah! I fall onto my rear, glaring up at the laughing tiger. You should see the look on your face, Hiroyuki. Frowning, I glance down at the ground. That's not funny anymore! I suddenly feel a strong hand on my shoulder. Looking up, I find myself staring into Tora's eyes. A small smile shows on his face. Hey, I'm sorry, Yuki. I guess I went overboard. My cheeks flare up at the nickname he just called me. His smile widens as he extends a hand down to me, offering to help lift me up. I stare at him for a few moments. I can stand on my own or take Tora's hand. Hang on, let me check something. I'm gonna go to the... Oh, that's history. Is there a way to check love points? Like, is there a way to check love points? Nice. Okay. I slowly reach up and grab on. A nostalgic sense of warmth travels from my hand and sends tingles throughout my entire body. His hand feels so soft. In an instant, I'm lifted up to my feet. Whoa. Caught up in my thoughts, I didn't expect the sudden movement to end up stumbling forward. I close my eyes, expecting to fall. However, all I end up is feeling Tora's muscular chest. Hey, I gotcha. My eyes open and I find myself pressed against him. I'm at a loss for words. Aw, I didn't know you felt that way, Hiroyuki. I blink at him in confusion. The tiger's grin widens. Well, it seems you've fallen for me. I guess I'm just that big of a stud! My cheeks go red and I clench my teeth. Embarrassed, I give his left arm a good-natured punch. What the hell? Still blushing, I look away from him, shaking my head. Dumbass. Yeah. Yup, still as unapologetic as ever. So, what is this thing that you wanted to show me? Oh. Wait for Tora to explain what he wants to show me. Seems to stall, which only makes me impatient. I begin to get even more annoyed at his hesitation. Especially when I'm blasted by more of Minasato's hot summer breeze. You know what, Tora? I might just give it a pass today. What? Why? I breathe out an annoyed sigh while he stares at me, a pleading look on his face. Well, for starters, you called me out here, and then scared the living daylights out of me. Oof. Tora gives a pitiful whimper at my scolding. I feel almost guilty until I remember my frustration with him. Second, I've got a long list of errands I need to do for Grandma. At this point, I'm acutely aware of the heat beating down on my head. Lastly, it's just way too hot to do anything. Sorry, Tora. I lower my glance to the ground and turn away. To take a step, I'm suddenly stopped as Torihiko calls out, "Please wait, Hiroyuki! I promise this will be worth it." Glance over my shoulder to see the tiger looking at me, his pleading expression seemingly desperate. On one hand, we gotta love our grandma. But on the other hand, I do want to hear him out. I'm drinking water. Sorry, Tora. A bead of sweat rolls down my face. It only serves to make my mind up. Slowly, I shake my head. Sorry, Tora. I'm just not in the mood for this today. He hangs his head, looking even more pitiful than before. It actually hurts a hell of a lot to see him like this, but I have other things I need to do. I can't just sit around waiting for him to decide he's ready to talk. Dude. Turn my gaze forward and give a sigh. I raise my right hand, waving goodbye. Guess I blew this one, huh? As I leave him behind, I hear what sounds like sniffles. Same guilty feeling returns, but I dismiss it. He needs to learn, I'm not gonna wait forever. I didn't come back just for his entertainment, after all. He's not making this easy, though. After leaving the bus stop, I find myself walking down a road I've become quite familiar with in the short time I've been in Minasato. I carefully try to make sure I'm staying as cool as possible, pausing under whatever trees are kind enough to lend their cooling shade. Just when I thought the temperature was getting manageable. I glance down at the list of errands in my hand. It's quite large. At this point, I've basically got the whole day to do them. I think I have enough time to take a quick break and catch some real shade. But where should I go? On the crossroads, I can be wherever I want to be in no time. Guess I can get a snack at the candy store. Or how about I take a trip up to the shrine? I haven't been there at all this month. I hope the shrine god doesn't get angry with me for that. Candy shop or shrine? Which one is Juuichi? The shrine is for Shun. Oh, then we're going to the candy shop. Take a shortcut down an alley and end up right in front of the old candy store. Everything about it just screams nostalgia to me. It just fits perfectly with the small town image Minasato has. I think places like these would be pretty popular in big cities like Osaka. I reminisce about home and how a few stores there feel authentic, genuine. I guess some things you can't replicate. In Minasato, the candy store used to be one of the hangouts for my group of friends. Speaking of which, I wrap around one of the aisles and come to face to face with 3 of them. Oh, Hiroyuki. How's it going, Hiro? Yo. Funny running into so many of my friends here. And to think, I walked into the candy store on a whim. Hey guys, what are you all doing here? I think we all have the same idea. When it gets this hot outside, we always find ourselves at the candy store. Just like when we were kids! It's sort of become a group tradition after you left. Huh. Some things never change, I guess. We're keeping the spirit alive in a sense. It's not like there are that many kids left in Minasato. Yeah, I think it's just my little brother and a few of his friends now. That's not enough to keep a place like this running. That's too bad. Perhaps what keeps other customers away is the fact there are so many high school students around all the time. Makes it a bit unapproachable for younger kids, don't you think? Yeah, Kuya! Control yourself! What the hell are you pointing at me for? You have scary eyes, you big bad wolf! They probably think you're gonna murder them or something. First off, I'm a husky. Get it right! Second, watch your ass, Curry, or I'm gonna shove my foot up it! Relax, Curry. Ow! Ow! Sorry, I'll shut up now. Ah! Jeez! Let go of my head! I smile at the group. Are you sure about us being high schoolers, Kyoji? I fucking love Kunosuke. He just has that energy. I love Kunosuke. Looks like we're still acting the same way we did when we were younger. Just in bigger bodies. I came here for a snack. Any suggestions? We break off and start looking through the shelves. From small snack bags to candy bacon, I'm greeted by many classic old treats. So many choices, so little time. Walk past the front counter, notice there's more stuff below the register. Whoa, jackpot! I pick one of them up from the display. Attached to the spherical head of a character, there's a color-changing bag. These are some of the most delicious fried snacks you can get in Japan. I think they're called umaibo? I get these all the time from the corner markets in Osaka. I have a handful of my favorite flavor and pay the clerk. Thank you, come again! I walk outside with the bag in my hand. Off to the side, I notice my friends have gathered near the window looking in. What did you get, Hero? I want some umaibo sticks. Ooh, great choice. What flavor? There's only one answer. It's salad. I'm thinking it's probably cheese. What are you two talking about? Everyone knows the best flavor is takoyaki. The three of them shoot rapid-fire responses at each other. Are you guys seriously arguing over what flavor I bought? What's wrong with that? You used to like playing the guessing game. He suddenly gets theatrical in his gestures. Don't tell me! The great Hiroyuki Nishimura has been tamed by the concrete jungle. Yeah, we're just having fun, Hero. It's sad you're such a killjoy now. You're not even a shadow of what you used to be. That's enough! I'm still hip! I can play along! What is this, hazing? Oh no, nothing of the sort. We're just teasing you, Hero. Yeah, no need to get all butthurt about it. I'm not butthurt. So, what flavor did you get? It's cheese, isn't it? No way, I told you it's salad. Nobody on the right mind would get anything other than takoyaki. I'm not gonna lie, I like all the flavors. It's hard to say which one is better. Ah! I'm still hip, said no hip person ever. I have zero. I am not cool. Hang on. It takes place in 2017. The original took place in... Okay. Salad. Cheese. Takoyaki. All right. Oh my. We're just gonna do a poll. Okay, Drax, are you rigging the vote? Oh, no one's picking the shiny option. Oh well. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, takoyaki won. Wonder who rigged the vote. Oh. Okay. I guess we're choosing takoyaki. I don't know, right? Takoyaki's the best. Hold up the umaibo sticks I bought for them to see. I knew you had good taste, Hero. There's nothing like that strong, dependable flavor. I never get tired of it. Yeah, it's really good. It helps when there's an extra layer of seasoning added compared to the other flavors. Huh, I guess I never noticed that. Just a little trivia for you. Anyway, I've got a few in my bag as well. I'm gonna go over there and eat them together. Sure, do the rest of you want to? Look over at Kyoji and Kunosuke to invite them, but the only response I get is a pair of disappointed faces. Well, what's wrong, guys? Nothing! Right? Kunosuke? Yeah. Nothing at all. No matter how I look at it, no matter how I think about it, something suspicious is going on here. Never mind them. Come on, let's go. Hold on a sec. Move aside. But you guys aren't hiding anything from me, are you? Kunosuke? No, nothing at all. Lies! Those eyes aren't focusing on me. They're focusing anywhere but me. Leave them alone, Hiroyuki. Kyoji! What's going on? Okay. Look, Hiro. Kyoji, don't! We kinda, sorta, made a bet on which of those flavors you'd buy. You what? I knew this wasn't a good idea. Shut up, Curry! Ah! Hiroyuki, it's not that big a deal, right? It's just a harmless little game. Don't you two owe me something? Yeah. A deal's a deal. Let's go, Kunosuke. Kyoji and Kunosuke walk back into the candy store. Oh boy. What's going on now? It's not too late for us to enjoy our candy, right? No, I guess not. Great, let's go. What?! Kuya leads me across the street to a bench, pulls out his UMO Sticks and starts digging in. I cautiously watch what's going on in the store while unwrapping a stick of my own.
Kiss the husky.
You're not still mad, are you? I soon spot the other two walking across the street towards us. They each have a soda in their hand. Here they come. Kyoji and Kunosuke silently plop the sodas in Kuya's lap, then saunter off in different directions. Cheers to the spoils of victory. Here, the other one's all yours. You deserve it. Thanks. What? You guys are so stupid. Hey, I can't be stupid. I guessed your favorite flavor after all. Yeah, it was kind of funny seeing the other two sulking off like that. I know, right? It's like someone broke their favorite cereal bowl or something. So, you good now? Yeah, I guess it's no big deal. You guys were just having fun. That's the spirit. Kuya and I talk about what's happened over the last 5 years while we eat our snacks. Apparently, Kuya started getting serious about music sometime in his first year of high school. It's nice to sit and talk with him for a while one-to-one. I haven't had much of a chance to do that so far. After throwing away the empty wrappers, we wave to each other and part ways. If I want any chance of finishing these errands before nightfall, I need to get on them soon. Let's see. I can find eggs at... I looked down at the errands list. I've been shopping for hours now. Figured I'd be done with it in a flash, but for some reason, all the things I need are spread across the whole town. Top it all off, I don't know where half these places are! Around the corner to an alleyway. The direction suggests the place I'm looking for should be near the end of this road. I thought I knew downtown Minasato pretty well, but Grandma's list is leading me to depths I never thought existed. Come on, Hero, the directions say the butcher is in the same district as the corner market. This isn't rocket science. Doesn't help that the temperature is crazy today. I suppose I could try calling one of my friends for help, but it's not like many of them have cell phones. Plus, if I told someone I got lost on a grocery run, the group would never let me live it down. My estimations are correct. The road I'm looking for should be right around... Oh! I unexpectedly bump into someone's snout first. Oh, my nose! I gingerly rub it, tears blurring my vision. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm sorry for jumping out at you. No, it's my fault. My apologies. Hiroyuki? I recognize that voice. Once the pain subsides, I rub my eyes to get a clear view of who's speaking. Shin? Oh, you don't know how happy I am to see you. Without warning, I lunge forward and embrace my friend. Hero! I realize what I'm doing and release him, rubbing behind my head in embarrassment. Sorry, sorry. You're sure acting weird. Is everything alright? I stop for a moment to consider my next move. I could tell Shin my predicament, but he's either kind of hold it against me. I just want to point this out. I don't know how it is in Japan. But here in the United States, depending on the small town you're in, because I've been in multiple small towns, in some of them, you are lucky to have decent cell service. I could tell Shin my predicament, but is he the kind to hold it against me? Nah, probably not. If you're going to stand there catatonic, I've got better things to do with my time. I was just thinking. My face turns red at what I'm about to confess. Okay, please don't laugh at me. His eyes tell me I can trust him with this information. I'm kind of lost. Grandma's sending you on errands, huh? Let me guess. You're looking for the butcher, right? How did you know that? Let's just say I've had my share of challenges shopping here, too. I need some help? The sun starts to set when we finally finish the grocery section of my list. I'm really lucky you were around, Shin. I had no idea where anything was back there. You're welcome. It's really inconvenient not being able to use my cell phone out here. Really? I think I get along just fine without one. Yeah, well, once you've had one, it's hard to go back to this. By the way, I never asked what's in the bag you've got there. One at the bag hanging over his shoulder. Were you out buying something too? Why are you asking? Does that surprise you? Okay, Hero, choose your next words carefully. Kinda. Figured you had people around to do that for you, like your butler, Mr. Amaki. I'm capable of doing my own shopping, Hiroyuki. Besides, I like being the one to pick out fresh produce. Aw, has the little black cat finally taken root in Minasato? It's a farming village, so it makes sense we'd have the freshest produce around. Yeah, but aren't your parents, like, paying someone to do this? I'm tired of leaving everything for somebody else to do. I'm not a child anymore. I'd like to be able to do some of the everyday tasks myself. I look at it like an exercise. I browse around, pick the product I want, check to see if it fits the budget. Oh. That's so normal or unlike you. They did. You know, Shin, that's surprisingly normal of you. Surprisingly? Yeah. It's cool you're taking the initiative on stuff like this. There's only 2 of us in that house. I can't make Amaki do everything. I don't know what image you have of me in your head, but I don't live a life cut off from reality. That's not what I'm saying, Shin. Come on, Hero, you're losing him. I'm just saying, I think it's cool you're helping out. It's kind of like me running errands for Grandma today. Oh. Thanks, I guess. I suppose I'm a little sensitive to people stereotyping me as a spoiled rich kid. That's not what I was getting at. Sorry if it sounded like that, Shin. It's fine. Great. We were doing so well, then I go and sour the mood. Shin suddenly leans forward, holding his chest. Shin? Shin, are you okay? I'm fine. Just my asthma. Nothing to worry about. He continues walking ahead of me. Alright. I catch up and walk with him a bit, trying to make conversation. But he stays quiet and gives me only one-word answers the rest of the way. We eventually reach a fork in the road. I'm heading home. Good luck with the rest of your errands. Alright. See you later, Shin. I wave at him as he heads for the crossroads. I hope what I said didn't offend him. As much as I would have preferred hanging out with my friends, I end up spending most of the day completing Grandma's errands. I mean, it's only fair that I help them out since they're letting me stay for so long. I don't want to be a freeloader. Still, I only have so much time left on my summer break. Seems kind of a waste to spend so much of it on stuff like this. As I walk along the side of the road, I notice a familiar old pickup truck slow down next to me. Yo! What are you up to here, Yuki? Look over my shoulder and see Totsky leaning out of the window of his car waving at me. Hey, Totsky. What are you doing here? Don't you have work still? He slowly approaches and parks close enough for us to talk without yelling. Yep, just finished right now. I had to pick up some groceries for tonight. Yeah, I hear ya. Hold up the numerous bags I'm holding. I'm doing the same. So how's old Minasato been treating you so far? I shrugged my shoulders. I ended up spending most of today running errands for Grandma, so... You're such a workaholic. Yeah. I guess. Anyway, I'm on my way home. After this, I can't wait to kick back and have a nice drink. There's no separating you from sake, is there? Nope. I'm a dragon here, Yuki. We're real men, and real men drink. That's toxic. How old are you again? Yeah, hell if I know. As he laughs, I catch a glimpse of something vaguely bottle-shaped in a paper bag sitting in his drink carrier. He's hopeless, isn't he? Yeah, anyway, I've got some time to kill. You want me to give you a lift somewhere? Oh boy. Everyone warned me about this back at the welcoming party. Don't get in a car with Totsky driving. Seeing that covered bottle, I'm starting to see why. Still, my feet are kind of sore. Should we take a ride with Totsky? Do we want to risk dying? I'm gonna do another poll. Hang on. Oh yeah, let me put this out there. Don't drink and drive. It is illegal. I think. It's illegal in the United States. Remember, drinking and driving is illegal here in the United States. I don't know how it is in other countries. Who's rigging the vote? Who is rigging the vote? What? What? Is a... Okay, I guess we're getting in the car with the alcoholic. That is not a good thing. Thanks, Totsky, that'd be great. How about in then? He pats an empty spot on this passenger side of his car. I'm aware that this could be a mistake, but I can already feel the blisters on my feet. Ignoring that voice in my head, I walk around the vehicle and jump inside. Only my best friends get to sit there. I don't let just anyone sit next to me and this little lady. He pats the dashboard, which coincidentally happens at the same time it makes a weird sound. Or is it because of? Oh, because I put it in there because it's funny watching people rig the votes. I don't know why, it's just funny to me. I rub behind my head. It's just until I finish my errands. I'm lucky you came along, Totsky. It's no trouble at all. Anything for a friend. Yeah. While he's laughing, I take a closer look at the paper bottle wrapped in his cup holder. Yup, it's exactly what I think it is. Totsky, you're not drinking and driving, are you? What? Come on, Haro, you don't really think I'd do that, do you? I point a finger at it. What's in the paper bag then? He immediately grabs a bottle-looking thing and tosses it out the opposite window. That old thing? It's nothing, I swear. He sits there smiling, and I can see the sweat running down his face. All I do is stare at him. Alright, you caught me. You know, everyone warned me not to get in a car with you. I'm putting my life in your hands. I shake my head. No, Totsky. There's no excuse for this. This is very illegal. You could kill someone. We're just gonna ignore the fact that he just broke 2 laws. Drinking and driving. And littering. And if it hits someone, then assault with a deadly weapon. So he just possibly commit 3 laws. He just possibly broke 3 laws. He stares at me for a moment then. You're overreacting, hero. I'm in control. Dragons have increased alcohol tolerance, remember? What are you, a cop? That exact moment we hear a tapping noise on Totsky's window. Please step out of the car, sir. A deep booming voice echoes out from the other end. I didn't do anything. Out of the car. I'm not repeating that again. And he got caught by the police. Yes, officer. Totsky turns off the car and opens the door. Sid and Ozzy slips out and faces the policeman. It took me a moment. Took a moment for me to recognize him, but that's definitely Juuichi's dad. This is the first for you, Midoriya. I'm sorry. Totsky looks truly defeated facing the imposing bear. Usually it's your father. Officer Mikazuki lets out a long sigh. Young man, can you tell me why you thought it was a good idea to litter? Oh my! Oh my! We're just going to ignore the fact that he's drunk driving and focus on the fact that he littered. He points a thick finger at the bottle Totsky tossed earlier. I can't, sir. I see. He pulls out a pad of paper and starts writing. Now listen closely, boy, because this is your only warning. I know what that is. I also know you've seen me reprimand your father for it, too. I'm writing you a ticket for littering. His eyes narrow, staring directly into Totsky's soul. You are a friend of my son, so I'm going to let you off just this time. If I ever catch you with a bottle of alcohol in your car again, there will be severe consequences. Steps closer to Totsky, somehow managing to tower over the green giant. Do I make myself clear? Yes, officer. Officer Mikazuki rips out the ticket he was writing and hands it to Totsky. Let this be a lesson to you. He disappears up the road. Totsky enters the car slowly, making sure to stick the ticket in a safe place. Ma's gonna kill me. Sorry, Totsky. Ah! I can handle it. I've dealt with worse before. To my surprise, he seems to take it in stride. Now I'll just have to hide it better next time. Really? That's your takeaway from all this? He sits there smiling, hands prepared to turn the ignition. Totsky, I'm worried you have a drinking problem. But I know how to drive. And I got my license a couple years ago. It's a piece of cake. The car springs to life. I know what everyone says, but I'm actually a pretty good driver. I have to use the car every day for work. That's not what I... Buckle up, kiddo, where to? I grip onto my seat for dear life as the tires give out a loud groan and kick up a large dust cloud behind us. Totsky, slow down! Yeah, don't worry, hero, I'm just messing with you. The car quickly slows down to reasonable speed. Did you hear something weird or is it just me? That's probably nothing. The car's just old. It runs perfectly fine. Huh? The beat-up vehicle gives a jolt as the engine starts to blow. The needle in the speedometer drops and the truck stalls. It does this all the time. It rolls for a while. Then stops when the engine gives one last hiss. It stopped. Ugh, come on, y'all hunk of junk. Totsky slams the dashboard with his fist. It's no use. What do we do now? I can't help but feel bad for the guy. First he gets a ticket, then his car breaks down. There's not much else we can do. Well, there's actually a mechanic not far from here. I'm gonna need you to steer while I push. I don't have my license yet. There's an extenuating circumstance here, Ryuki. I'm sure Officer Mikazuki will understand. Jump over, I'm getting out. Totsky tries to get out of the car in a hurry, but ends up falling to the ground. I try my best to stifle a chuckle. You okay, Totsky? Never better. He blushes as he puts his hand behind his head and rubs. Honestly, he's kind of cute when he's flustered like this. Get ready, I'm gonna start pushing. Damn it. I steer the truck following the directions Totsky yells as he's pushing. We eventually arrive at the mechanic's garage. I jump out of the car to check on Totsky. I think I pulled a muscle. You alright? Yeah, I've had worse. Sorry, hero. I know I said I'd give you a ride, but then this happened. Don't worry about it. I give him a wink and a thumbs up. You just messed up again, like you always do. It's no biggie. Nah, you're right, I messed up pretty bad. Should've checked to see if everything was working fine before I left today. I meant to think about the bottle. Nah, he's gone through enough already. I'll leave it be. But thanks for helping me out. I have no idea what I would have done without you. That's what friends are for, right? Yeah! Listen, I know you still have some things to do. I can handle dealing with the mechanic. You sure I can stick around if you want? Nah, I've taken up too much of your time already. Now I'll see if I can call Paul from their phone. Thanks again, hero. Alright then. See you later, Totsky. I give him one final wave as I walk back towards town. Man, I'm getting worried about him now. The television light flickers while I lay watching it in bed. What a crazy day. Spent so much of it running errands for Grandma, I didn't have much time for myself. Still, I ran into my friends a lot more than I expected. Guess that's the charm of living in a small town, huh? The soothing light from the screen slowly lulls me into a trance. Pulling the covers over me, I sink down and allow my heavy eyelids to close. I wonder what tomorrow's gonna bring. I can't shake this uneasy feeling like I'm forgetting something. Yeah! Where's the fucking... I spring from my near slumber when I realize what it was. Crap! I promised Juuichi I'd go firefly catching with him! I forgot about that too. Luckily, I prepared a bag with my equipment last night. Unfortunately, we didn't really plan much for this, but knowing Juuichi, it's best to be as punctual as possible. I head out past the crossroads with a flashlight guiding my path. I believe this is the direction he said I should be going if I want to see the fireflies. Mind wanders to last night. He hesitated when he asked me. Made it seem like he was asking me on a date. What am I saying? Of course this isn't a date. Juichi's not like that. Right? I shake my head trying to rid the thought. Now that I have a source of light, the cold Minasato night seems less scary. I dart the flashlight around to test it. The way it cuts through the darkness is reassuring. It's nice to have something reliable on me for once. With a frown, I pull out my cell phone from my pocket. Even without a signal, I guess it's nice to keep around for its utility. It's getting close to midnight. Hope he didn't forget. Nah, this is Juuichi. He probably sat in his room waiting for the perfect time to leave. Right about now is when he found me by the river yesterday. Throw my flashlight around in my hands, watching as the grassy shadows dance along with it. Hey, Nishimura. I jump in the light, suddenly outlines an imposing figure in front of me. Juuichi? Please don't sneak up on me like that. I'm a fox, remember? Sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. It's hard to get your attention sometimes. You always seem lost in your own world whenever I find you. I rub behind my head in embarrassment. I'm not that bad. Am I? I'm glad you found me. We didn't really decide on a spot to meet last night. Sorry. I've been following you for a bit, though. You left earlier than I thought you would. The way you're waving that flashlight made it easy to keep up. It's a good thing it's dark out, otherwise you'd probably see how red I've become. Usually I'm the kind to do things at the last minute. I flash him a smile. It's hard to tell in the dark, but I think he's smiling back. It's better than being late all the time like a certain someone, right? He's talking about my beloved! Kunosuke, my beloved! I fucking love Kunosuke. Concerning amount. He speaks with a low rumble. He must be talking about Kunosuke. Well, since you're here now, do you want to lead the way? Sure. The path gets thicker with vegetation the further we go. Notice Juuichi's carrying what looks like an industrial-sized flashlight. There's a whole bunch of knobs and switches on it. And even what seems to be a built-in radio. Juuichi, is that a radio on your flashlight? Yes. Do you listen to it on walks? Stops and looks down at the ground. No. When I'm walking, I reflect on the practice for the day to figure out the areas where I need improvement. I rarely use the radio on it. Why? Is there something you want to listen to? Oh, that's not what I meant. Noticed all those buttons and features on your flashlight. I was just curious. Looks pretty old. How long have you had it? It used to be my father's. It's old-fashioned, but it's built well. I've never had problems with it. You grow attached to the things you use a lot, even if they're just tools. Looks like it's a decade old. It might be older than that. Ooh, how mysterious. You have games on your flashlight? What if it's older than we are? Knowing my father, I wouldn't be surprised. I laugh at Juichi's deadpan delivery. I, saw your dad earlier today. You did? Yeah. He gave Totsky a ticket. Juuichi stares at me, then sighs. I'd ask what happened, but I have a feeling I already know. It was for... Don't tell me. I'd rather not have my suspicions confirmed. I nod. Oh, Totsky. Anyway, how much further until we reach the Fireflies? From here? Maybe 20 minutes or so. So that's pretty far upstream, right? Yes. Takes a while to get used to his short responses, but I know he means well. I'm looking forward to it. I've been hoping to see something magical like this since I arrived. Magical? Yeah. You know, that feeling when you're overwhelmed by something beautiful. That's the best way I can describe it. I see. It's just like you to think something like that. For a moment, I catch a glimpse of a smile on the surly bear's face. I wish he'd smile more. He's kinda handsome when he's happy. Nishimura, why did you stop? Do you need me to carry you again? Oh, sorry. I was just taking in the scenery. I run to catch up with Juuichi. I don't get the chance to do this often. See anything interesting? What do you mean? I thought you liked going on walks. I was talking about the Fireflies. If I wasn't coming out here with you, I probably wouldn't have bothered. Really? You have such easy access to things like this in Minasato. I cock my head in confusion. I think I'd want to see this if I had the opportunity. Well, I suppose, but wouldn't you get tired of it if you saw them every day? I like it better when things are kept for special occasions. Huh. I remember an old saying about how you get tired of seeing a beautiful person after 3 days. Guess the same would apply to this. Like I said, I don't go on walks to admire the scenery. It's rare to run into people at this hour. I find listening to my footsteps calms my mind. Maybe I should try that. I follow Juichi's lead and walk in silence. I hear only the sound of our footsteps in the grass, the cries of insects, and the rumblings of the river. When I focus, I can tell the difference between our steps. Is it because he has a larger stride? There's a longer gap between his steps and mine. The ground crunches louder when he steps too. I don't usually notice these things. It's certainly an interesting sensation. We're almost there. Oh? I pull out my phone again to check the time. Looks like we've been walking for 15 minutes. I'm sorry for being so quiet. I didn't think it was this far. He shrugs his shoulders. Don't worry about it. We're close enough friends to not have to talk all the time. Honestly, if the positions were reversed, it would kind of bother me. But then again, talking too much can get kind of annoying, so turn your flashlight off. We don't want to scare them away. Okay. We're suddenly plunged into darkness. I'm creeped out at how fast it seems to surround us. After rubbing my eyes, then they adjust to the lack of light. Nishimura, the path gets rough ahead. Do you need help? Just a second. Damn, it's really dark out here. You can hold my hand if you need to. Ah! It's a joke. He turns around, thankfully not facing me long enough to see my utter confusion. Doesn't sound like one. Did you say something? No, nothing. I'm finally able to start making out shapes in the dark. I think I'm ready now. Lead the way. Juuichi nods in response. To my surprise, though, he steps off the path we were following and heads down the slope beside it. Wait up! I go after him so I don't fall behind, careful to watch my footing. The weeds reach up to my waist. Yeesh, don't they trim the plants around here? Well, if I'm not willing to get my hands dirty, I'll never see these fireflies. Thank goodness I have Juuichi making a path in front of me. If I came out alone, it would have been quite the struggle. We continue for about 20 meters. The number of green lights in the air increases as we approach the river. Finally, the weeds clear out and we reach a small beach. In front of us, a spectacle of green interweaving fireflies fills my vision. It's as if the stars came down from the heavens to dance on the flowing river. Wow. I'm stunned by the sight. I feel my mouth slowly start to open wide. Earlier, I half-jokingly used the term magical, but seeing this now... amazing. It's beautiful. I'm glad we came out here. So am I. As he speaks, a strong gust of wind kicks up. His words are lost in the breeze. Did you say something, Juuichi? The lifespan of a firefly is about 2 to 3 weeks. They live a hard, short life, literally spent glowing. I think that makes it all the more beautiful. That's very sentimental of you. You think so? Yeah. But I agree. I look back at the green lights dancing on the river. It's kind of poetic. I suppose. Find a place to sit down and marvel at the majesty before me. Without saying another word, Juuichi comes close and sits beside me. We relax in silence as we enjoy the sight. Follow my phone to take a picture, but it seems to have run out of battery. Aw. What's that? It's my cell phone. I'm usually able to take pictures with it, but I guess I forgot to charge it before I left. I see. I doubt any picture would compare to the real thing. Maybe it's better to live in the moment as it happens. I look down at my feet as I put my phone away in my pocket. He's right. I wonder how many other moments I've missed because I had my face buried in my phone. Another gust of wind blows by. I shiver a little and scoot closer to Juuichi. Even from here, I can feel the heat coming off his body. My gaze returns to the fireflies. Green-colored waves seems endless. Juuichi and I say little, but there's no need. Just sharing the moment with him is enough. No matter how small it is in the long run, this is the kind of thing I wanted for my return. A new memory. Something to hold on to. I find myself resting my head on Juichi's shoulder. He silently stares forward, eyes fixated on the dazzling scene. Nishimura. It's only a moment. I feel my heavy eyelids start to close. Nishimura, it's getting late. Huh? Already? Feels like we just got here. He stands and brushes off his pants. I like to forget about the time and keep watching, but I'm sure Grandpa will worry if I stay out too late. I stare at the wonderful scene, trying to etch it forever into my memory. Would you like to come back again before you leave? Think about it, then shake my head. No. By the time we come back here, there won't be as many fireflies. I want to keep this moment as special as possible. I see. He simply stands, waiting patiently for me to join him on the journey back. This is a night I'll never forget. August 6th. We're gonna leave off here tonight. We gotta beat the ad! We're racing the ad. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.